Listen, alcohol is just out in 2024. There is a rising trend of going alcohol-free or being sober curious, and alcohol, the truth is, it's just bad for you and can famously impair your sex life. So if you're looking for another way to unwind, relax, or just have fun, I cannot recommend Via's THC gummies enough. Via has gummies for every occasion. Whether it's to improve your sleep, I love their sleep gummies. I take them everywhere. Your mood or your focus. They even have an aphrodisiac gummy called High Love to boost my arousal levels. High Love has a unique blend of cannabinoids and aphrodisiac exotic herbs that are known for their libido enhancing effects. So I've been using Via for a while now, and I absolutely love them. They're a super trusted company. They use premium hemp, natural ingredients, and they're known for their premium indoor THCA flower. All their products are made here in the US. They got quick and discreet shipping to all 50 states, so you can all enjoy them, not to worry. And also super affordable. So head over to viahemp.com and use code Emily at checkout to save 15% off your order. That's VIIAHEMP.com. Use code Emily at checkout for 15% off your order and let me know what you think. Hey everyone, thanks for listening to this episode of Sex with Emily. You know, one of the reasons you're able to listen to this show for free is because of the incredible people at goodvibes.com. They make my favorite toys. They only sell toys that are good for you and that you will like. You know that I've tried them all. So if you go to sexwithemily.com, you click on the Good Vibes banner, it'll take you right to my store and you can see all my favorite toys like the new rabbit from Vibratex or the Dahlia. If you have an old rabbit, you should get rid of it because the new ones are amazing. And you can get couple toys, you can get penis rings, you can get the Mio penis ring, which is amazing. You can also get the magic wand, which is, you know, the most powerful vibrator of all times. Use coupon code GVEmily20 for 20% off. So go to sexwithemily.com, click on the Good Vibes banner, and go shopping. Use coupon code GVEmily20.
Look into his eyes. They're the eyes of a man obsessed by sex. Eyes that mock our sacred institutions. Bedroom eyes, they call them in a bygone day.
Hey, Emily, you got a boyfriend?
Because my man E here, he just got his heart broken. He thinks you're kind of cute.
A girl's gotta have her standards. Oh my.
Do women know about shrinkage?
Isn't it common knowledge?
What do you mean, like laundry? It shrinks?
Can we not talk about sex so much?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, it feels so good.
Being bad feels pretty good.
But you know, Emily's not the kind of girl you just play with.
Thanks for listening to Sex with Emily. We're talking about sex, relationships, and everything in between. For more information, go to sexwithemily.com, where you can listen to all of my podcasts, which there are plenty, but you can also just subscribe on iTunes so you never miss another show again. And you can check out my mailing list, and we add blogs every day and videos and things that will help make your sex and relationships so much better. I am thrilled to be sitting here with Menace.
Hello, Emily. It's
Hi,
been
Menace.
a long time.
It's been like the longest we've ever gone.
I
feel
know,
like we're
right?
like in a long distance relationship.
I felt like you broke up with me.
Did you?
No.
Okay.
I know that you were busy because I follow you on Instagram, Sex with Emily on Instagram.
Sex with Emily on Instagram
And you
Twitter.
were everywhere. It seems like you were out of town a lot for some reason.
Yeah, I was.
There was like this awkward photo shoot with you and your brother that I saw like photos of. Like, what is that all about?
Okay, so you have to so the commercials. I'm actually gonna be tweeting them this weekend because they're funny. It's I'm Twitter, Sex with Emily. Menace is Menace across the board. And so my brother, you know, he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of commercial advertising in Michigan.
Yeah. Your
for his
brother's a
law firm.
badass, by the way.
I know.
He's way more fun than we are.
He is, right?
Yeah.
How fun is we partied hard with my brother.
Yeah.
And so when I was in Michigan a few weeks ago doing some other work, he was like, hey, will you be one of my commercials? So we shot these like 30-second spots that are playing like all over Michigan. I was going to tweet one out this weekend because all my friends in Michigan are like, hey, you're on TV. So, but we looked like a couple or something, right?
Yeah.
Like it's weird. Or like a news team.
Yes.
Sitting there. Yeah, it was funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
It was a big
I was like, what is this all about? Because
Yeah.
I knew your brother did.
You were like, why would he want
TV
Sex with
spots.
Emily
Yeah.
talking about lawyers? Was that your
weird.
thought? Well, I just said my brother is the best lawyer, you know, or something like that. I don't even remember, but it's good, you know. My brother's like a celeb there. He walks around.
Yeah.
He's like, Michael, hey Mike, because it's like, what is it? 855 Mike wins. Like that's his whole
Nice.
thing. You know, he's like an ambulance chaser, but he does really personal injury. No, he's super
he's a good-
successful.
yeah, he's a good lawyer.
Yeah, and he's like billboards everywhere. And so I just said, my brother is, you know, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'll show him to you. So it was a good times. And then I was in Michigan. I was in Las Vegas for the sex toy show, which I got. Guess what? A lot of new sex toys.
A dump truck full of
Yeah,
sex toys.
we drove in the Mini Cooper. Three of us, and a whole buttload of sex toys. And that was really fun. And what else is
I'm
happening?
surprised you didn't get stopped at the border between California
We
and
did not.
Nevada.
We did
that would
not.
have been hilarious.
If we
that
got stopped
happened.
for the sex, well, that's why I drive now, because the first time I went to the sex toy show, I had probably like 40. That's when I was like, used to be like, I was like, oh my God, you're going to give me a free one. And now I'm like, I've got that. I don't need that. Give it to them. But I had like 40, and I went through security, and they're like, what the hell? I'm like, I was at the sex toy show.
Yeah.
And then like I gave the security person a little mini vibe, and it was all cool, and they let me through. But it's like it's illegal. It's just a plentiful amount.
Yeah.
And in some states, it is illegal how many toys you're allowed to own.
Oh, yeah.
But Nevada's not one of them.
I think it was like Texas.
It's always
is
Texas
like,
or Florida.
Yeah, it's like 8.
All the
or
messed up shit goes down in Texas or
something
Florida.
crazy like that. But
but
I've
I
been
need to-
I've
yeah,
been
what have you
following
been
your
doing?
adventures all
Really?
through Instagram.
You do?
Yeah.
I didn't even think you'd look at my Instagram.
Oh, I do.
I
Don't
follow
worry
yours
about
too.
it.
You're always having great meals at Disneyland.
Yeah,
that's how I
I'm
sum it up.
actually going to Disneyland tomorrow.
No, you're not, dude. What's
well, it's
the
my
deal?
buddy's wife's birthday, so that's why I'm going.
I mean, really, like you spend more time with Mickey Mouse than most 5-year-olds I know.
No, well, the thing is, like, of course, I think I've probably mentioned this a bunch of times on the podcast before, but I've had friends that work at like Pixar and stuff like that. So we do like adult,
Yeah, like
Disneyland.
VIP, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're not, but you don't go on
Yeah.
rides or anything.
No, I do go on rides and stuff like that, but it's like we're not hanging out with little kids.
I know.
There is.
You're not talking to Mickey Mouse.
No. There's a whole adult side to Disneyland that most
You
people
should,
don't
like,
even
write a
know
book
about.
on it.
I should.
Seriously, no one knows that.
Yeah.
They should take the babysitter, take the kids to Disneyland, and
Yeah.
then the adults go have a good day
Dude,
themselves.
I totally know how it looks because until I tell people about it, like, oh, you can do this, this, and this, then they're like, well, why are you going there all the time?
I love
But
Disneyland.
it's a great place to have dinners and,
Don't you eat at some fancy like Disneyland restaurant?
Yeah, sometimes I go to Club 33, which is this super ultra exclusive restaurant. It's a 5-star restaurant in Disneyland.
Right, but you get drunk and like hang out and go on
You
the
can
ride.
drink, yeah, and then California Adventure, the other side of the park, you can drink everywhere
Got
around
it.
the park, and then they have.
I wouldn't
Carthay
want you to not be
Circle.
drinking.
Yeah, it's a good time, and
Yeah.
then, so I just
And
go
it's
have
fun.
fun there all the time. I live probably like 35 minutes away now, so
Oh right, that's true.
It's not that-
Oh my God, that's so
Yeah,
close.
and-
I didn't even think about that.
and,
It's
you
like
know-
me coming over to your house.
yeah, and both of us are from San Francisco.
Yes.
So when we have friends in town, what are they always doing? They're going to Disneyland.
Yeah,
so of
that's
course
true.
I just go there.
So
with
you
them.
going with your girlfriend?
Yeah.
How's
all the
that
time.
going?
It's good. It's
You guys
good.
are super happy?
Yeah.
Dude, I never get
I don't
anything
know.
from you. Like, I can't believe you've been in this like 10-year relationship now, and I've never
10
heard a
years,
peep.
no.
3 years.
But
3 years?
I guess 3 years. I don't know.
Doesn't she ever say like happy anniversary, sweetie?
No, we don't even do any of that stuff. Well, the thing is, because I don't like people to pry, because I know
Like I'm prying right now?
Yeah, no. See, the thing is, if I introduce you to my girlfriend, which will never happen, and you already met her before, but you just don't realize it.
Oh God.
You would just ask a billion questions, and why would I want that in my life?
I would not. Dude, you think I'm going to grill your girlfriend? Really? You think I'm inappropriate? I would like grill her? I would hang out with
Yeah,
her.
of course.
No, I wouldn't at all. I would never say.
Mm-hmm.
You don't grill my boy if you've met guys I've dated.
Yeah, because I don't care.
I know,
but
see what I'm
you
saying?
would.
I would not grill her for information. What do you think I'm
Why
like
risk
inappropriate?
it?
I'm just doing it.
But
on the
don't.
air. I'm
don't
glad
worry.
things are good though, and your
Check
morning
this
show
out.
is good. Yeah.
My mother's not even met my girlfriend, so don't.
Dude,
even
I
think
don't
about
care.
it.
It's fine. I just want to see you, but you probably just go out with her, so it's cool. I'm just glad to see you here. And how's your morning show?
It's great. The Woody Show. It's on Alt 98.7 here in Los Angeles, Monday through Friday, and we have like billboards all over the place.
I've seen
It's
your
weird.
billboards. Oh my God, I
Yeah.
took a picture of your billboard. It's like great, and
did?
I meant to Instagram it. Well, you got to remind me after.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
cute. I've seen them.
What?
Little Menace on a billboard.
That's crazy, right?
You moved here for like 5 minutes and you have a billboard. That's like the American dream.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Can
I don't
people?
know.
Is it a podcast? Can people listen to it? Does it?
Yeah, it's the Woody Show. It's there's no sex on there because I know people are here for
Woody
sex.
boners, right? No, it's
Yeah.
okay. We
Yeah.
are going to talk about sex today. We're going to talk
Yeah.
about the 5 mistakes men make in bed, which might be good for you, Menace.
All right, good.
And we're also going to be reading emails that people sent to feedback@sexwithemily.com. But it's not about sex, but it's entertainment. Morning show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. It's
we
cool.
just talk about like pop culture and stuff
Oh,
like that.
Jesus. Any sex and pop culture that you can share with me? It's so
Sex
funny
and-
because I don't know anything about pop culture now since we haven't
Well,
talked.
I mean, there's a lot of divorce in pop culture. There's a lot of stuff going down.
Who's divorcing?
Amber Rose and Wiz Khalifa.
Right, that I saw that. But, 'cause
They're
he's-
getting a divorce. They're both said that the other are there was cheating involved in that.
Okay.
And then there was some other big divorce just recently. Who was it? I always pay attention to like all the hip hop stuff, but there was
know.
somebody else big that just was getting a divorce. I don't
don't
know.
know.
But also,
Beyonce? That's all
no, yeah, they're buying some like crazy mansion in Los Angeles. But Ryan Gosling and Eva Mendes just had a baby.
Right? It wasn't like secret, like she didn't tell anyone she was pregnant forever, or was his baby or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there was because they were on and off again having a relationship, and I know when she got pregnant, they didn't really make it too public.
Or maybe they weren't even together, and they're like, let's try to make it work for the baby, which never works. So let's just like wait for the divorce, or like, did they get married, or we have to wait for the breakup announcement in 6 months?
I don't even know if they got him. Oh,
we both have a Fitbit.
We're both
sorry, I
rocking
got
Fitbits.
excited.
Sorry.
I cut myself off.
So that's going
not
on.
a good reason to stay together if you get pregnant.
Mila Kunis just had a baby.
Right.
Either people are having babies or having divorces. But
exactly. That's how it goes down.
There's one other big divorce that I
don't even know. It doesn't matter. I mean, I just think that people get divorced all the time. It's a cycle of life, and it shouldn't be, such a bummer. I mean, it's very sad if you have family and kids and all that, but it happens. I just hope that people should wait till they're 30 to get married at least, and get to know themselves before they jump in.
But no one cares about that. Or
no one really cares about that.
My life. They want to know what's going on with you. I'm the only one that asks you.
I'm dating nobody.
Whoa.
What?
You're dating? Oh.
No, I'm
dating.
dating.
You were about to say you're dating somebody.
No. When was the last time I've had a serious thing? I'm trying to think. I have not really been, I have nothing good. I'm trying to think who I had sex with. Like, it's been a while. I was dating this guy on and off, far away. Like
too far, like half hour away or something?
45 minutes. It was too hard. It was too hard.
See, you don't want to make the effort.
I know. I'm turning it around, though, now, and I'm switching my whole life around, and everything's going to be...
Really?
I'm going to make it more balanced and
tell me the massive plan.
My massive plan...
see, you probably hung out with your brother, and he probably set you straight. That's what happened.
No, he didn't. He doesn't even try to talk. We don't even talk about this stuff anymore. But no, I think I'm just, I've been in LA now almost 2 years, I think.
Wow.
A year and a half.
Crazy.
Dude, I don't even know how this happened. I moved here for business because it's the entertainment capital of the world, apparently. And no, it's been great, but I've been working my ass off since I got here, and I haven't prioritized relationships and all that stuff, which that I never really had before either. But now I feel that like people are, I have a few fix-ups coming down the road. Like I'm getting fixed up with like 2 different people in the next few weeks, and I'm just going to start going out more, and I'm planning nights on my calendar where I'm going to go out with my friends and be social and do things, because I feel like the last few months have just been insane and I haven't.
Yeah,
but I was dating like this and that and this and that, but I'm just so tired of dating guys that I'm half into.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's my pattern my entire life, right?
Yeah.
I'm always like kind of into them, but not totally.
You don't want to put any effort into it, and it's just a waste of your time.
I don't have time because I'm trying to survive.
If you just want to hook up with people, just go on Craigslist or Tinder or something.
That's exactly. I know. And I'm not interested in I'm not interested in just hooking up. Right? Like, I don't want to just have randoms. I really don't. Like, I've done that in my life. I've done, like, I don't know. I'm feeling like I'm in a good place, though, and I feel like things are going to calm down, and I'm, getting structure and good things happening.
I mean, as long as you stick to it, then I support it.
You support me.
If you're not just, blowing smoke up my ass
I'm not blowing smoke up your ass because I'm making a commitment to everyone now. But, it's not that I meet guys. But
you're not conforming to what everybody wants you to.
Never have, right? Never will, never. No, okay. Dude, me? Yeah. No. I mean, and I don't know that it's going to be monogamous. I don't know what it's going to be, but, and I get asked out, but I want to be excited about them. Is that too much to ask for?
And what's it going to take to get you excited? Jesus.
It's going to take a lot, because also I do feel like the sex with Emily thing now. Remember at the beginning, everyone was like, oh, is it weird because you're sex with Emily? But I was always like, I never really identified as that, but now it's been 10 years almost since we've been doing this. And you can't, like, they Google me. Like, you can't avoid it. Like, it's sex. Do I want to be with that? Like, what would my parents say if I brought them to dinner? Like, there's this whole thing that comes with, like, sex with Emily, or do they just want to date me because, like, there's this one guy that I'm super hot for that I'm actually going out with tomorrow night, but it's professional. Like, we work together professionally, and it wouldn't be right to hook up, but he's so hot. But I also know that there's a little flirty thing, and I'm like, okay, is it just because of sex? Like, is he interested or not? Because I've also had instances where it's happened since I've been in LA, and I've gone out with someone, and and we ended up dating for a while, and we had sex, and then I wasn't that into him, but I don't know. I think it was just more like they're interested in, like, is she great or is she horrible? Like, I want to know. If she's great, right?
Yeah. Is she a super freak?
Everyone thinks I'm a super freak, and I should be super freakier than I'm. I mean, I have my moments, but I just think it's weirder here in LA. The people are different too.
Yeah.
Don't you think that, like, the people here from San Francisco, especially being a woman, I feel like not even the men, but the women. Like everyone's in the business, so which is why we moved here.
Yeah.
But then everyone's in the business, so everyone's like there's like competition, and people are just more. Everyone wants something or feel like you can advance them, and it's just.
Well, I think that LA has the same complex as San Francisco did, where the people that are kind of douchey are the ones that are actually haven't been born and raised here. Like the people that move from
the small towns,
Wichita, Kansas, they come here and they want to be super cool guy or super cool chick, and then they're just like they're really douchey because they're reinventing themselves.
And everyone, it is a tough business too. It's like the hardest business in the world to be in entertainment.
Yeah,
so
and it feels like in San Francisco they're just like super highbrow, those type of people, and here they're super narcissistic, the ones that are from out of town. But the people that I've met that are born and raised in Los Angeles, super cool.
Yeah,
super cool.
Yeah, that's true.
But then also you also hang out with a lot of entertainment people too. Believe it or not, even though I work on a morning show in Los Angeles, I just work on terrestrial radio.
Right.
I'm not hanging out with like actors and actresses or anything like that.
I don't.
Or anybody considered in like.
I do hang out with Dr. Drew and his wife a lot.
Yeah.
I went on vacation
Dr. Drew is super cool. Like,
I went
you don't
on
have to worry
vacation with
about
them
him.
to Laguna Beach.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah. We went on a vacation. They have a house in Laguna Beach. It was really fun. And they want me to come to Cabo. I'm like, but it's, I know it sounds weird, but I'm like their friend. Like we hang out. It's
That's
not like,
cool.
Everyone's like, do they want a threesome? I'm like, no, it's not like that at all. But we're just buddies.
Drew is super cool.
He's really cool.
I got to watch football with him once in Vegas. That was cool.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It was like recently.
But,
okay. Yeah.
But no, just saying that. I think that's the thing. You just gotta, I don't know. I mean, you do Loveline all the time, so you're around like actors and
yeah, that's right. They come in band, who I never know. I always laugh. I'm like, Menace texts me when he hears who the band is because I'm like googling them under the table, like, who are you, band? Because I don't know.
But I'm just saying, like, maybe some of the people you could be around at certain times. Not Dr. Drew because he's down to earth and cool, but could be kind of douchey.
That's true. I
hate being around bands.
Which is your job.
90%.
But is it not anymore? Are you still covering bands like you did? And then we got to get into
I do. I have to go to Las Vegas in like 2 weeks. I have to go to the Life is Beautiful music festival.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll be there covering that kind of stuff.
Okay, that's fun.
But
you hate it because you hate the douchey bands.
No. I mean, there's very few bands that I like to talk to personally, but they're all stuck up. I like talking to pop stars more because they're actually pretty cool.
Right.
Unless
the
one
bands
hit
are like just too cool or whatever.
Yeah, the one-hit wonders are usually the ones that are douches.
Right. I get it. I totally get it. Okay, right. Menace. For one thing, speaking of, I have to mention this, that on October 25th, I'm going to be teaching a Hustler workshop, another one in San Diego.
What?
Because my first one at the Hustler Hollywood, it's called Hustler Hollywood everywhere, so Hustler Hollywood San Diego, but the one I did in Hustler West Hollywood, was super successful.
Nice.
There was like 300 people there. And so this one, we're doing October 25th, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So come to San Diego. It's going to be awesome. It's called How to Blow His/Her Mind in Bed, Men, Women, Couples. And you can email me feedback at sexwithemily.com if you want to come.
Sweet.
Because it's going to be awesome.
That Hustler stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
They're doing some commercials on my station, but I'm not doing them.
Are they really?
They seem like they're doing like some like $1 million poker tournament.
No way. I know the casinos probably, right?
Yeah,
so this is the Hustler Hollywood store, which is like in 11 cities. So also if you go into those stores and you mention Emily, keep on going to Emily, you get like 20% off.
Yeah, Hustler's like this huge empire.
Oh yeah. Larry Flynn listens to, do you know that like whenever like I read their ads, like he wants to hear like what I say about them and like he's sitting there listening. Yeah.
Yeah. He actually
and
said
awesome.
I mean his business is like going like all the other like offshoots, but he said that he might get rid of the actual newspaper soon. Not the newspaper, sorry,
the
magazine.
The Penthouse?
The magazine, yeah. But people can just look at it online,
Right,
that's what
exactly.
it is
Well,
these
then
days.
who's reading magazines?
Yeah.
That would make sense. But like his casinos and the stores and all that do well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the deal. So, okay, listen. So now we're going to sex the news a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like tripping, like hearing
Why are you
stuff.
tripping?
I don't know.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. You hearing, do you want to talk
Like
about
somebody
that? Noise in your
singing
head?
or something. It's tripping me out. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, would you wear condom pants? There's
I've
a
seen
scrotal
this. Yeah.
condom for the common man. Okay, so this might be the best form of birth control to hit the market yet because nobody will have sex with you if you wear it. The Scroguard is essentially a girdle made of latex that, when paired with a condom, reduces skin-to-skin contact over the entire genital region. It's a well-meaning product with a big caveat. It's not FDA approved and isn't officially designed to protect against STDs like herpes. So what the hell's the point? You wear like this big, like it's like you're wearing a friggin' diaper.
It's like a diaper, and it's actually like if you're wearing, I don't know, just underwear almost.
Yeah, not hot, but you're not going to get laid. Yeah, that's
It's
stupid.
like you're wearing boxer briefs, but it's rubber.
Okay, people just wear condoms, okay? No one wears, I feel like no one uses condoms. And everyone, people think like, oh, it doesn't matter anymore, blah, blah, blah. It does matter. You can get a disease, and like you should be wearing condoms. Just have, and people, I think guys are like, oh, I hate it, it's uncomfortable. But there are so many great condoms out there that are like, there's so many different kinds. They've got like for her pleasure, his pleasure, lifestyles, all these really cool condoms. It's like, just wear freaking condoms because you're going to get a disease. You don't have to wear a goddamn diaper. Also, speaking of contraception, this is sort of a sad story. That there was a potato found growing in a woman's vagina after she used it as contraception.
Oh, yeah. I seen that.
Yeah. A Colombian woman complaining of abnormal pains shocked doctors when the cause of her ailment was revealed. She used a potato as a form of contraception.
Yeah.
The vegetable started to sprout roots that had started to grow inside the 22-year-old's reproductive organs. The unnamed woman told her doctor her mother advised her to use a potato. This is why we need sex education. Granted, it was in Colombia, but still. Lucky for the young woman, she will not suffer any lasting effects, and the spurs removal did not require any surgery. Oh, God. The highlights a serious issue concerning the youth of Colombia who are rejecting contraceptive methods like condoms, and they're doing... Dude, can you imagine the potato
it's like a
going
potato,
in the vagina?
Yeah.
I've seen, like, I get grossed out from the potato that grows in my refrigerator if I ever have food in my refrigerator, and it does that. Okay, people, so just, condoms, that's all I'm going to say, or birth control pill, but also if you're with a new partner, and there is a new app out that, like, remember we always talked about this, that you could actually share your STD reports with your partner, but that's still not sexy, but really get tested and use condoms.
It's crazy. Also, other things in Sex in the News. So have you heard of the yes means yes whole political thing that's going on? They came out with this consent. So yes means yes. You know, somebody has to be completely sober, even if they like say yes to having sex with you. Right. It's mainly for like colleges. They came out with the consent app where like people to, type in their phone numbers and then like verify their ID and then say yes on each side. So you have a document before you have sex, right? So we tried this on our morning show, and we were like 7 minutes in, and we still couldn't get it to work right.
Oh, really?
And then, so we're like, off board.
7 minutes. First of all, who's going to do that? But it's a great idea. There should be there should be consent, and you should say yes, and you should be sober. I mean, and if you're not sober, don't take it. There's all these.
Yeah, but there's so many people that have sex that are not sober. You know?
I don't know. Most people have sex for the first time, not sober. But I'm just saying, rape. Like if someone says no, and just because you're like kissing someone doesn't mean that they're giving you consent to have sex with them. Yeah, totally. But it's a good intention, But who's going to sign a contract before we fuck? It's not sexy, but, hey, if it works. Okay, another Sex and News survey says half of married women have a backup husband in mind. It's like a backup drive. They have a backup husband in mind.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's always good to have a plan B, especially when it comes to restaurant reservations, travel arrangements, and babysitters. But what about spouses? A new not-so-scientific survey, these are always the best ones that are not so scientific, 1,000 married women conducted by the Daily Mail said 50% have a fallback partner should their current marriage take turn for the worse.
I think it's more than that.
What? More than 50%. Totally. Yeah. The most common backup husbands, according to the survey, tend to be old friends with romantic intentions, ex-boyfriends, ex-husbands, colleagues, or someone from the gym. Probably their trainer. In fact, 10% of participants said their backup guy had already confessed his love in the past, and 20% claimed the dude would drop everything to be with her. So I wonder if women are just using this in their minds, like, I can always escape from this marriage.
Yeah, they always have, it's called the glass dildo. They break the glass and get the dildo. And I think it's way more than 50%.
Yeah, have a backup plan. Or they think they do. You think that they're going to break up their husband, they're going to be like, hey, old flame.
Yeah, especially with Facebook, too. They like...
Dude, we talked about this. Facebook's responsible for what is it, 2 in 5 divorces or something?
No, it's going to they're saying 7 out of 10 now is due to Facebook.
Yeah. Everyone clear your friggin' browsers. Get rid of your password. I mean, seriously. I mean, people are going to be flirting anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, don't cheat, obviously. And emotional cheating is cheating, if you're chatting with someone. But everyone's just you don't even have to ask anymore what you looked at their phone, you looked at their browser. It's like on Loveline, people calling in, they're like, oh, my boyfriend searched porn because I noticed the last 50 things he searched for. It's crazy.
It's insane.
People don't know to clear their passwords on their browsers.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you also shouldn't like cheat and have these flirty things, but I feel like everyone's had these emotional affairs.
This local story, this guy got upset because his friend poked his girlfriend on Facebook. They got in a fight, and he accidentally killed the guy because he knocked him out and he fell over.
Because he poked her, like sent the poke, which I didn't even know still existed.
Yeah, that's how like crazy people are getting over Facebook.
Yeah,
It's
people.
insane.
Oh, yeah, people are going crazy over, or even Instagram too.
Yeah.
They
like that photo and all that kind of stuff.
I know, and I know a lot of people who meet are now like forget all the dating apps, are just meeting through like Tinder or not Tinder, but Instagram. Oh, he liked my photo, didn't like my photo. Then I went in, we direct message through Instagram, which I don't know how you do that, but people do that. I don't need another way to get messages from people, but it's crazy. I mean, but were people. Since I've been doing this, and since I can remember, the stats have always been that like 50% of married men and women cheat. So it seems like now there's more and more ways to cheat than there were 10 years ago. But
There's more
I don't
ways
know.
to get options. You
have more options.
Yeah.
Because literally, like even with the invention of text messaging, the booty call used to be like you literally had to like call, but now you could send a text to 10 people, and whoever like answers back first, you can. So, but does it mean that that people are breaking down, that marriages are ending quicker because there's more opportunities to cheat? I wonder.
My buddy who was married and was going through a divorce, and he was going through like counseling and stuff like that. His whole thing was like, back in the day, people didn't live as long, you know.
That's true too.
Yeah,
you weren't
and he
supposed to be
goes
together
like
for 80 years.
people would like live into their 50s,
True.
and now people are living into their 80s, you know. And then so he goes, I can't stay with a person for 40 plus years.
Who wants to? Exactly. I think that's true. I think that it's very outdated, and that the people who do stay together, I think, are amazing, and they really have to work at it. And that's why people, don't realize that marriage does take work. I mean, I'm not saying like the people who stay together 40, 50 years, but everyone goes through their hard periods in marriage too. Like my mom always says, 'cause a lot of her friends have been together like, 50 years. She's like, well, everybody I know, they like had, Bob cheated on Jan 30 years ago, but they're still together. They got through it. My mom's voice. But so there's going to be problems that happen, but I don't even know if it's that natural. Like, just do anything for 40 years.
Yeah, and then also, like, if, let's say Bob cheated on Jan, right? Well, Jan nowadays is going to go online and talk a bunch of crap about it, and then all of her friends are going to be able to chime in. And back then, there wasn't that
back then, they
option,
weren't tracked as much. Right, they weren't as many ways to find out and to be caught. That's another thing too. People are getting caught a lot easier with technology. Okay, I'm going to move into the 5 mistakes that men are making in bed and how to fix them. And see, and before I do that, I'm going to give a shout out to our sponsors, whom I love terribly.
All right.
So, Menace, Fleshlight, number 1 sex toy for men.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing, right? It's a male masturbation sleeve, and it's probably the only one that you want. Because the thing with the Fleshlight, as you know, Menace, have you tried one yet? Did I give you one?
Fleshlight?
Yeah.
No, but I saw that that whole thing that was popular for a second. I'm sure it's still popular. It's just the thing where the iPad attachment.
Yeah, exactly. You can attach your Fleshlight to it, like you're having sex with the iPad and you're watching porn at the same time. So it's a masturbation sleeve. Women, we have hundreds of toys to choose from, and guys are like, I've got my hand. What else do I need? But guess what? It simulates the sensations of sex. It's a male masturbation sleeve, so you have another option from just using your hand. And let's be honest. I tell you right now that it's going to be this amazing sensation that you've never felt, it's going to feel like actually having sex and better than your hand and easy to use. Wouldn't you want to try it? I think you should. You have nothing to lose. And there's also the Fleshlight Stamina Training Unit. Helps you practice lasting longer in bed if you're one of these guys who doesn't last quite as long as you want. You should do that. And it looks like a flashlight is a thing, but it's a flashlight. So check it out. And I'm very excited to announce that we have a new special offer for my listeners, brand new, just starting today. If you go to fleshlight.com and you use coupon code Emily, you get a free bottle of their award-winning Flesh Lube, which is my favorite lube. Like, I've got so many lubes that right now, it's a water-based lube, and it's amazing. They've won all these awards, so they're going to send you a free bottle and a fleshlight. So do that. Fleshlight.com. Use code Emily.
All right.
Is everything okay over there?
Yeah, everything's
you
good.
Look nervous.
No, I'm just getting a bunch of text messages from work right now, but it's no problem.
You're you're off the air. You're on the air with me.
I know.
You're cheating on it with me.
I'm sorry. They're just like blowing me up.
I
know
get
I'm
it.
in high
Honey,
demand.
I know you're
But
always
it's
in high
okay.
demand.
I responded. Everything's good.
Good. I'm so glad to hear it. So the mistakes men make in bed. Mm-hmm. We've done a lot of talk about how men can kind of improve in the bedroom, and there's certain things that men just don't know. I think they've never learned. They've never and I'm just going to try to correct that. And we're also going to do mistakes women make. But the thing is, like, the whole vagina region, right? Confusing, like you've always said, the Rubik's Cube of life.
It is.
I know. It's very confusing. But the problem is when it comes to, like, manually stimulating a woman, I get it that there's, like, no rhyme or reason. Like, a lot of guys actually hurt women. Like, they're sticking their hands in, their finger, the whole thing, and it's painful. So I've talked about this a lot on the show, but you have to learn the female anatomy. You should always start slower with them, and you don't want to be like you're like digging around in a change purse with your hands and hurting with like your nails. Make sure your nails are cut short. It's a vagina, not a change purse. And there's so many men who just don't you want to like go slow. You want to ask her what she wants. Ask her what she needs and make sure she's lubricated because guys just like stick it in right away and she's not turned on, which is why you might need this flesh lube. And you know that I think there should be a lube on every nightstand in the world. So that is one thing is just to slow it down because the guys just like do the finger thing or they're going down a woman and they go too fast. So slow that down. That is the mistake is not listening and paying attention that she could be in pain because women have sex wounds from men putting their fingers into her. Have you ever heard a woman? Have you ever made a woman bleed?
Yeah, again, going too fast, Yeah.
I taught you that slow down. I think you're probably having better sex now and you don't even know it.
Yeah, a guy gets erect in like 5 seconds, right? But, he can't keep it up that long. Not forever, right?
Right.
So he's just like trying to get in there as quickly as possible. And, a woman has to be warmed up first, of course, because they can never make it easy.
We never make it easy.
Ever.
But,
in life.
I know. That's hard, too. For 40 years, if you're with someone, you're like, really? I got to go down on her for 25 minutes? Which I know that you like, what is it, like 8 minutes of foreplay?
8 minutes.
Remember you used to always ask me, how long? How long? How long? I'm like, 45
just
minutes.
Give me, what?
You're like, what? I'm like, yeah.
Well, do you know, because it was funny because I also just read some survey, the actual like penetration part, on
penis
average.
Yeah.
On average, because they were doing like fat guys versus skinny guys, and fat guys actually last way longer in bed than skinny guys.
Really?
Yeah, can you believe it?
No.
Yeah,
I did not know that. I wonder
science.
what that's. It is science. I'm sure it's a very scientific
but it's like
study.
it's like way more amount of minutes than a skinny guy does.
I wonder what that has to do with Morse.
I don't know.
I don't even know. I don't believe this study. Send it to me.
No, I'll get it. It's like from Harvard or something.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, well, listen. So that's one thing. Just learn the female anatomy. You can like buy my book, Hot Sex. You can just ask questions. Ask the guys who are the best lovers. Just every vagina that you meet, that you come across, is a new opportunity to learn. So if you messed up the last one or didn't work out, like you should just. They're all different. So you might as well learn how to use this one. So the next thing is, guys. Some guys get too dirty too fast. I think it's porn. They talk dirty too fast. So like, hey, let's, they want to try things that they see in porn and that women
crazy
want.
Stuff.
They're like, I'm going to spank you. I'm going to pull your hair and all this stuff. And that could freak a woman out. Now, she might be into it eventually, but not like the first time you're together. Not the second time you're together even. I mean, it might even need to be addressed beforehand, like talking dirty or whatever, what she's comfortable with. So again, slow down. Just start with like, you're my bitch, whatever. Unless you guys have already been like sexting, which a lot of people do before they even get to know each other, which I have a problem with too. This whole premature escalation. If you're set up on a date with someone and then you start sexting before you meet them and then it's like predetermined that you're already going to have sex.
You're gonna
but just, go again with that. Like you don't want to just start off with the dirty talk and start with all the stuff because it could, even though a lot of women like that, it could scare them away. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
And then we've talked.
Well, it's crazy because you say that because I don't know. I've never been on Tinder, but isn't like a lot of the
you would love it if you were single.
Isn't a lot of the conversations like get to that point like super quick?
This is the problem with it because everyone says it's a hookup app, and a lot of people have hooked up on it, and I think it's almost people are expecting that women are like, oh, I'm not going to we're not going to go out unless I participate in this sexting. And I don't know, maybe women started too. I just think like, why would you start a whole relationship, which you are essentially starting with someone, a sexting, a whole thing, before you meet them? Because it's a freaking waste of time because they could show up in person and there might not be chemistry. They could be a serial killer. Who knows? Let's hope they're not.
Yeah.
They could have something that you don't like. So just if you do meet someone online, I always say, like, meet them right away as soon as you can. And don't, because then, guess what? If you meet them, you don't like them, you just spent like 2 weeks texting someone that you're like, it's a waste of time. You could be doing so many other things. You could like learn French.
French.
I always want to learn French. I just think all the things I waste time on. I do know French, but I'd like to learn it better. Okay, the third mistake, and this is just, the jackhammer. And Anderson thinks on Loveline that I'm obsessed with it, but I sort of am because I know that guys still do it. Always have been obsessed with it. Porn is not real life. So when you see that guy like thrusting at 60 miles per hour, it's not because it feels good to her necessarily. Maybe at the end when they're all riled up, maybe but typically you want to go in slow, and the thrusting does not feel as good to a woman. And in fact, the inner 2/3 of a woman's vagina are the most sensitive, so sometimes you should try a slower thrusting or ask her what she wants. But I'm telling you, even in my recent years of all this talk about the jackhammer, I've still had jackhammer sex, which I'm like, do you not? So you Googled me, but just listen to my show.
No, they don't got time to listen.
They don't listen. They just look at pictures. Exactly. Dude, that's what people search, Emily nude. There are no nude photos of people, so stop searching, which I've never. All these nude photos in the cloud, like how crazy is that?
Super crazy.
Dude, you have your own library of like sex tapes and stuff, but that was like before the cloud, right?
Before the cloud, definitely. Yeah, but
Did your girlfriend make you throw those away?
Throw them away?
Or do you hide it? You're like, she doesn't know.
No, I don't have them online at all.
No, that's good. That's smart.
But the thing is, also, it's so easy to get phished. That's what happened. People didn't actually like hack into their hard drives. It's every day. I guarantee you, me, and everyone listening gets a fake email that's supposed to look legit.
Yes.
And it tricks you into giving you login information, right? So that's exactly what happened with these hacked photos.
Really? Like what kind
photos.
of? But aren't they supposed to someone to send money in India or something? Or
no,
what?
It's not even that. It'll be like some fake email that looks like it's from Apple. It'll have all the logo information. It'll look like the web address will look like it's from Apple and say, hey, it'll be an email like this, like, hey, somebody has tried to break into your cloud. Please change your password. And then so when it's asking you to change your password, you're putting in your real password.
Oh my God!
So that's
right.
how they get it.
Wow,
and that happens all the time. So people, if you ever see any emails that are like that, they're telling you like,
so all these celebrities were like that.
Oh, they're just tricked. They're just tricked. Yeah, or their assistants were tricked, or somebody was.
It could be their assistants. Yeah.
Yeah, and then or just like the did even I who was like super keen on this stuff, I can be fooled sometimes, and I never. If you get an email saying, "Hey, you need to log in" or something like that. Always go to the actual website. Do not go from the email.
That's so smart.
Go to the actual website and then log in. Don't even have your email open while you're logging in either.
Wow. I didn't know that was safe. Why. Okay. That's good.
Safe,
that's very, very smart. That's like we end the show now. That's such useful information because I feel like we're going to stop. Because I'm kind of scared about it. Like it's kind of scary that everything that we put online and that's why I've never taken.
I'm not even afraid of credit card hacking and all that kind of stuff anymore because everybody has your information. It's going to get out there anyways.
So you're going to get hacked.
There's nothing. All you can do is do a credit block on yourself with all the credit bureaus and to say, check with me first before you run my credit. That's the only thing that's the safest thing that you can do.
Okay.
Do that, people.
It's good to know. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Or, you're going to see some bill for like 500 sex toys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. From me. No, that's true. Right. No, but you should buy sex toys with no, it is true. I got hacked last year. My credit card company called me and they knew it and they fixed it right away. But still, it's true. It's scary. Okay. We are on the 5th. I'm kind of, the 4th mistake is that a guy tries to knock on your back door without asking first, which happens to so many women that the guy just sticks it in and she has a really bad experience and there's not enough lube and it's painful and you just don't want to kill the mood any quicker than by doing that. Someone will be psyched maybe, but most of them, you want to slowly go into the area with your finger, a little lube and talk about it, but don't just go for it. I think that's...
Yeah, guys try that all the time and it
doesn't
work.
It doesn't work. And she's going to shut it down. And if it's something that you're interested in, it has to be addressed beforehand.
Yeah, it has to be a discussion.
Right. Because we always hear from people all the time that had really bad first experiences and they never want to try it. And anal sex can be very pleasurable for a lot of women. and men, by the way, straight men, as you know, we've talked about, but you just want to ask, you want to talk about it, you don't want to scare her away, even though it's something that you're fantasizing about. And then also the fifth one is that you're not using your time wisely, and you've heard me say this a million times, there is an orgasm gap, right? Women take 15 to 20 minutes to orgasm, men take, from 1 to 6, on average, like 4 to 6 minutes to orgasm. So there is a gap. You have to double up on the foreplay. I get that foreplay I talk about all the time. It's annoying, but it's not a suggestion. It is a requirement for women. And it's like, you think about it, like sex is like the previews to a movie, and you're like, and then sex is like the feature presentation. But the previews, like, we like that. We got to like lead up to it. And we need to be warmed up. And we just need it. And that's why most couples, I think also, couples who've been together a long time, that there's not a lot of time. I get it. You have kids and you have a life, or things happen and you don't have a lot of time and you're really busy, and everyone's freaking busy right now, right? We're also busy. Like, I don't have time for that. But I'm not saying that you have to do everything for her. You have to sit there for 20 minutes. I'm saying it could, foreplay starts after the last orgasm. Mm-hmm. Text her. That was really hot. You look so beautiful last night. Women need that, right, Menace?
Totally.
Do you ever tell your girlfriend she's beautiful?
All the time. No,
not 10 times a day, because you used to get mad at me for saying that.
10 times a day,
and
yeah,
if
10 compliments. That's ridiculous.
So again, it's foreplay, and in women, if you want to last longer, you can also, like I said, last longer in bed. You can always use Promescent, which I've talked about, which is the delay spray, helps you last longer in bed. Okay, those are the tips. I just wanted to do the little briefing, but we have some emails too.
All right, I love emails from the people.
We love hearing from the people. Okay, dear, what? Go.
Well,
talk to me.
I have like a bunch of sex news stuff that I want to talk to you. All right, so have you heard about Tesla's new car? They called it the Tesla D, right?
Yeah, what is it?
And it was funny because everybody was tweeting, "Oh, Tesla, give me the D." It was hilarious.
Right, like the dick?
Yeah,
I get it.
But anyways, it's a self-driving car also. Imagine what you can do in a self-driving car.
That scares me.
Why does that
scare you? Well, I
you?
actually should have one more than anyone because I'm the worst driver.
But it's amazing. There's already
truly,
like demo. Truly.
So you'd look over and there'd be nobody in the car?
No, you're in the car, but the car's just driving itself.
But how does it know? Because you put in the GPS where you're going?
Yeah, it's crazy good.
Have I not seen this? Well, because
it just came out yesterday.
Okay, good. So explain how does it? I mean, you have to be sitting in the seat.
You're sitting in the seat, but also, so there's that one. There's more information coming out about it soon.
Okay,
but there's that, and
do you think it would drive better than I do?
Of course, but think of the possibilities, Emily. You're on your way to Vegas and you're having sex in the back seat of the car.
You just said you have to be sitting in the front seat.
No, I'm just saying you're sitting in the car.
Okay. So you could be having sex, partying, wasted, and it's like having a driver all the time.
Yeah, it's driving for you. How crazy is that?
But how does that? I don't believe it.
There's like
a couple breakdown.
There's a couple cars doing that. There's like
I've heard of this, but that sounds
Google
crazy.
self-driving car has been out for like a couple months. Not like out.
There
on the
must
road.
be like accidents and craziness. That can't be.
It's no. I trust like a whole computer system over a human driver.
That's yeah. You're right. Because I actually my driving scares me now lately. Okay.
Yeah, all that stuff, and then Audi, they're testing some self-driving cars in San Francisco. Their like demo videos are insane. Like the car, let's say you drive up to like let's say the Four Seasons in downtown San Francisco because that's how you roll, right?
Right.
So you pull up in your Audi, you get out of the car in front of the hotel, and then with your iPhone you hit park, and then the car goes and finds parking itself and then parks.
Shut up.
And then you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm done hooking up with this guy that I hooked up with in the hotel. And then you say, come back. You hit the button, and then the car comes back and pulls up in the front.
Like,
I swear to God,
does it put quarters in the meters and stuff, or it parks in the Four Seasons garage?
In the garage, yeah. Crazy, right?
Crazy, but that's awesome because I hate looking for parking and I hate driving.
But I'm trying to get back to the actual
point of the story that you could have sex on the way to Vegas.
You could. How crazy is that, right?
That's crazy.
So next year you got to buy the D.
Yeah,
the Tesla
I'll buy the
D.
Finally, I should buy the Tesla D.
You can just do crazy stuff in there.
I know you would.
Imagine the pornos you can do. Oh
I know.
My God. So
I was thinking that like it'd probably I should shoot a porno after all this time. I'd be so good at it. But I think that like I was thinking yesterday, if I had major success and I could do anything, I'm like I really think like financial success. I would get a driver first thing. Like I shouldn't even be driving.
No.
You've driven with me, right?
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
You were driving with me when I was dating that guy, and I crashed his.
He crashed his Escalade. It was hilarious.
Wait, I didn't really crash it. I just backed up into.
Backed
He
up
ended up
into
being
a
the
bowl.
biggest douchebag I've literally ever dated. So I don't feel bad about that.
All right.
But it was so long ago. But you were in the car, right?
It was scary. Yeah.
That is so funny. I totally face space on that. Okay, so I would like one of those. Okay.
Luckily, I was there. In the
Dude,
car.
that is
He
so
might have
funny.
Flipped out on you.
He was the worst. Why was I driving?
I don't
It's a
know. because they
freaking
just
Cadillac
thought it was-
S, whatever those huge
Yeah,
cars.
it was like the
It's a
XL version
stupid
too.
car.
It was huge.
Stupid car, stupid guy. Sorry, I
I
crashed
love.
his car.
I love those cars.
Yeah,
though.
but it's so big for me.
is.
Why was I driving? It was that little garage, whatever. Okay. So, Emily, okay, emails. I'm a 23-year-old college girl, and although I like to think I'm fairly educated about my sexual health, I have no idea what to do when it comes to being on top or talking dirty. I don't have sex often, no boyfriend, or not a fan of hooking up, so I don't get a lot of practice. Is there anything I can do to prepare? Plus, the few times I've done it, I start to feel awkward and it kills the mood. Same with dirty talk. I have no idea what to say, especially on the fly. I've only with one guy, so I'm afraid my inexperience will be obvious to my next partner. Your advice would be tremendously appreciated. Thanks, Angie. This dirty talk brings me back to our misadvised show when we had to talk dirty to each other on the air.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I don't think that ended up on the air.
No, it did. It did.
Oh, it did?
It was one of the episodes. It's the show we did on Bravo, which seems like forever ago, 2 years.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did have to talk dirty to you. It did have it in the air. Yeah, totally. Okay,
really?
so this woman, so talking dirty is an art form. We had to set phone sex up right on the show.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's an art form. And when it's like, it's really, but it's not that hard. Like you really just in the moment have to describe like what you're feeling and start softly. Like you don't want to freak him out or freak her out, and you want to feel it out. Like explain what you are feeling in the moment or what you want at the moment. Like I can't wait to feel your hands all over my body, or I want to feel your hands, or that feels so good. I can't wait to taste you. I mean, it's just like you talk, or you could talk about what's happening in the moment. Your hands feel so good on my waist, my breast.
Yeah.
I mean, you start like narrating what is happening in the moment would be my way of, and not
Yeah.
in like a really fast voice like I'm talking, but like you know, like I want your hands all over my body, or kiss me here. That feels so good.
Hilarious.
Don't stop. I mean, just little things like that will like build up to it. Like, or I want you, you know, right? It's
then
like
you
it
just
doesn't.
Skype.
But then you Skype sex. But it doesn't have to be a whole thing. I think that you're way overthinking this, and I love that you're asking Angie because you don't have a lot of experience. But I think that she's probably thinking about this because she's not having a lot of sex, but she's sexting, and it probably makes her uncomfortable. And she's like, "What do I say?" But I think that you don't have to say anything crazy. Just like I said earlier, the mistakes men make is they take things down a dirty road too fast. So just, you know, it comes after like, you know, just like when you're more comfortable with somebody, and it can be more effective, you know, and you don't want to like, again, just describe what you want in the moment. I want you to do this, or this feels so good. I want to put your penis in my mouth, but you might say another word for that. About being on top. So this is interesting. I got interviewed by Cosmo magazine the other day about women on top position, and one of the questions was like, so many women are so insecure about being on top because of their breasts, their stomach, you know, their whole thing, and they're like on display, and they are very insecure about it. And so I was saying ways that, first of all, like insecurities and self-esteem is one of the biggest killers of women's sex drives. So if she doesn't even know how to do it, I would say like, you just gotta climb on top. A lot of women, they want to grind back and forth. If hopefully, Angie, you know how to make yourself, you know how to have an orgasm, so you'll know what feels good on your clitoris or your G-spot, and you just like can rub back and forth, go a little up and down, and you'll just have to see how it feels. There is like no set rhyme or reason of way you have to be on top, but just climb on top. And I think I've asked a few of my guy friends, and I hope they're honest with me, and I hope you are too, but like, have you ever been having sex with a woman and all of a sudden you like, she climbed on top and you were like, ew, grossed out, I don't want to be with you?
Where she climbed on top?
Well, like where she was on top of you in the woman on top position. Because I think women are afraid that like, oh, he's going to see all these things. Or
yeah,
I'm
there's
so
like
insecure
some
about-
women that refuse to go on top.
Right.
It's
A lot of
crazy.
women do.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of women can actually have successful orgasms, is by being on top.
Yeah.
The majority of women can climax that way. But they're insecure about it. And so guys, you can reach your hands up, grab her breasts, all that stuff. Angie,
Yeah.
I wouldn't trip on it. But I would... and she's also worried that guys are going to think that she's not unexperienced. I bet you the guys you're with are worried that they're not experienced either. So everybody just needs to get out of their goddamn heads when they're having sex and focus on the person that you're with, because even there's no way you're going to you get a card and like, oh, I'm great at sex, like I've got this professional level, because everyone is different. And so you're young. I'm glad that you're asking these questions, but just like take it in the moment. See what you do. See what this dude wants. See what you want, and know your own body first, Angie. And then when you get on top, you'll know how to move your body to make it feel good.
Yeah.
So what? What?
No, I was just thinking of like there was any like horror stories of women.
Do you have
being on
horse?
top.
See, I don't want.
No.
Like, because this women are so worried that
Yeah.
he's going to see me on top and my boobs jiggling or like my
Yeah.
stomach. I gained 2 pounds and he's going to break
Oh,
up with
no.
me. And so, just, and also, yeah, good. I'm glad you don't have horror stories.
Fine. It's like women like
God,
chill
yes. Dirty talk.
chill the F out. Like if a guy is having sex with you, he's not gonna be like tripping off your body at
This
all.
is the thing. He's already with you naked. He's
Yeah.
already made the decision to get naked with you, to be in bed. He's thinking about his penis and like, is it saying heart, like if anything, and he's into you. He's looking at this beautiful creature that he's having sex with. They're
does
not
not
judging you
care,
at that
yeah.
moment. They're not judging you
He's
at all.
happy
Hopefully.
that he's having sex with you.
Right.
So what's
And he's there
happening?
with you. So, and turn the light, have candles or something. Like, I hate when people like turn the lights off, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you want to see or know what's happening in the moment?
Yeah. I don't know.
Are you a
I
lights
don't
off
care
guy?
either way. I'm a guy.
You're happy you're
You
getting
don't
laid.
think about that.
I know.
Crap.
You can also say, I love the way your kisses taste. I wrote some
Do
great
I?
subject. I want to kiss every inch of your body tonight.
Wow.
I'm just giving some people some dirty talk.
I'm totally flaccid.
Dude, I didn't think it would work for you. Do it to me the way you want to.
Flaccid.
You're the best I've ever had.
So flaccid.
Don't lie. Dude, okay. That's
Totally.
all. That's all we have time for today,
Oh,
actually.
man.
Oh, man, we got to go.
But we're gonna do another podcast.
Yeah, we are.
soon.
Oh, yeah, totally. We're like...
I have so
fucking-
much stuff to talk to you about.
Yeah,
still.
we're doing more. It's coming up.
Like, sex
Okay.
toys gone bad. I got to tell you a story.
Uh-oh. Okay. Well, we'll
It's
do it next.
cliffhanger.
Okay, everyone, listen. Find Menace. Where should they find you? All your places.
Yeah, Menace on Instagram. MENACE. A lot of people spell it wrong.
I know.
Weird.
They like MENNIS now.
Yeah.
It's Menace, like a menace to society.
Yes.
And I am at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that. Sex with Emily. Follow me. I answer your questions in all those places. And I love you all. Thanks so much for listening. Was it good for you? Email me, feedback@sexwithemily.com. Hey everyone, thanks for listening to the show today. And as you know, we talked about some of the mistakes men make in bed, and that's not enough, caring enough about their partner's orgasm. And if you want to last longer in bed, you got to try Promescent, because 1 in 3 men suffers from premature ejaculation. And even that, you just don't last as long as you want to. And this doubles the time at least that you'll last in bed. You don't even have to think about baseball or something else to distract yourself from your partner's body. You can actually focus on sex when you use Promescent, which is a quickly absorbing delay spray. And it allows you to have the sex you want. So Promescent lasts twice as long. It's the only FDA-approved treatment for premature ejaculation or lasting longer in bed. Go to promescent.com to find out more. That's PROMESENT. Also, okay, we were just talking about candles. Hello. Nothing like setting the mood, right? You want to set the mood with your partner. I don't like the lights off, but I'd like to have a little dim lighting. And if you use a massage candle like the ones I have from Emily and Tony, they are amazing. They look like a regular candle. They're beautiful. They smell amazing. Aromatherapy gets you in the mood, but then it turns into massage oil. So imagine this. It's not waxy or messy or sticky or hot. It's this beautiful candle. It smells like you can get coconut or vanilla, fougere. They all smell amazing. And then you pour it on your partner and you give a massage, which will warm her or him up for sex. And one of my listeners said this. Emily, my girlfriend was skeptical at first, but agreed to try the warm oil on me first and gave me a back rub. Then I reciprocated, and we had amazing sex. She could not stop talking about how good the candle smells and how great the massage oil feels. I'm convinced that the scent and the candle helped us through some of the barriers to sex we have faced lately. So I created these so you can have the best sex of your life. Go to emilyandtony.com. Use coupon code Emily for 20% off. That's emilyandtony.com. Use code Emily. Thanks for listening.